So the first thing you want to do is go to the forum, find the general discussion, and find the thread with 3D Studio Max plugin. Locate the second post. There'll be an attachment. Open that attachment. You'll find two folders and one text file inside the packed file. Now go to your computer and find the 3D Studio Max installation directory and copy over the files in the respective folders. Make sure you copy the entire Max to Octane library into the script library. So once that's done, start up 3D Studio Max, go to customize, customize user interface, go to the toolbars, locate Max to Octane, and drag the script out to your toolbar. And start it. First time you will start, it will try to fetch your binary, browse to it, and it will be saved down into a ini file. The next thing we want to do is give the project a path. So we'll make a new folder on the desktop called test, and we'll give our project a name. We'll call it test. You can lock the aspect and for the renderer you're going to do, and here I'm going to show you that you've got 4 presets: 25, 50, 75 and 100 for the original. You can enable the camera. All cameras will be listed. Aperture and focal depth has to be enabled. And this is our export settings. If you want to export maps, you can specify a folder here. Be sure scale is 1. So let's try and render this scene out. So as you can see, the script took care of everything. The same resolution, the materials and the boxes went over. And just change the camera view here. Render again. And you see the render has changed. So the next thing is we want to add a sunlight. Just make a spotlight. Zooming a little bit out there. Get our initial test project. Enable aperture, focal depth, and sun location. Let's try and render that out. So as you can see, the sun was transferred correctly. Let's just try and move the sun to another position and give that one a render. As you can see, the sun's position changed accordingly. So the next thing we want to try and test is the motion blur. As you can see here, I made a small animation, moving a little bit closer to the boxes, loading our test project, labeling aperture, focal, camera motion blur. We can sample from the next frame or the previous frame. So let's give that a render, see how that looks. And as you can see, the motion blur is ported over as well, because the 3D Studio Max camera has motion. So next thing we want to do is try and render out a small animation. We define our output path and our range. Our range in this case is from frame 0 to 10. And we want to render each frame, so the nth frame is 1. We made the same in the samples with small selection of presets. Now we're going to render the animation, see how that comes out. So what is actually going on here? Well, 3D Studio Max sends the information per frame over to Octane, and when Octane hits the sample max, it closes down. No, it saves the image and closes down and returns to 3D Studio Max. And it will continue to do so until the last frame has been reached. So I think it's about to reach frame 10. Yes, it did there. I'm just gonna quickly show you that we indeed did render 10 frames. And setting up a small project in After Effects and scrubbing in the timeline to verify we did indeed render motion blurred animation.